And welcome back, everybody, to another session of Gaming with God. I'm your host, Grumpy Old Dude. And we are going to take a look back at Solasta again here. All the uproar and noise over the past few days, week maybe, regarding Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, and the OGL Open Gaming License. I don't know how much attention you folks have been paying to it, but I think Wizards of the Coast has screwed the pooch in a royal fashion. They may have lost all credibility and all faith with the D&D gaming community, and I wouldn't be surprised if people just quit playing D&D and go to a different game system, Pathfinder, Warhammer, or something. Okay, going to take a look at Solasta again. We have the unfinished business mod, used to be called the community expansion mod. Now they've further expanded this mod to do even more stuff than it used to do, and it's done a lot in the past. Going to cover briefly the options that I've selected and enabled here for our play. Disable race prerequisites on feats provided by this mod. Okay, that means feats that came from the mod that were racially restricted are now open to everybody. So if there was a mod, a feat that was for dwarves only, now elves can take it. Enable flexible races. Assign ability score points instead of racial defaults. I don't recall what the racial defaults were for, let's say, dwarf as an example. +1 strength, +1 constitution, -1 charisma maybe. I don't know. Now this will let you add 1 to each of 2 stats, or add 2 to 1 stat and subtract 1 to any 1 stat, your choices. Enable alternate human. It can be argued quite successfully, I think, that there was no real reason to play a human character in the base game of Solasta. The racial bonuses and the special abilities were just too great to ignore. So humans get +1 feat to start with, +2 attribute choices, and +1 skill. Add humanoid as a preferred enemy to rangers. Undead, Fae, whatever. Humanoid is another class of enemy now. I don't recall, but I think the default point buy system for character creation in Solasta was 28 points. This enables 35. Total feats granted at first level. We're going to 0 that. Okay, so you don't get a first level feat except for the alternate human. They get one. Progression. Enable feat selection at classes 2, 6, 10, and 14. So alternate humans will get a feat at first level. Everybody will get a feat at second level, 6th level, 10th level, and 14th level. Enable fighter weapon training at class levels 2, 6, 10, and 14. Those of you in my age category that are old enough to remember Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and just as it transitioned into 2E, this would be your weapon specialization. Enable level 20. The game defaults to a level 12 cap. This lets you go to level 20. Enable multi-class. The game by default does not have multi-class. Max allowed classes, I'm saying 3. Enforce ability scores minimum in and out prerequisites. Okay, this means that not just anybody can be a fighter thief. In order to start out as a fighter and then transition to thief, you've got to have a minimum dexterity. Okay, if you got a dex of 5, you're not going to cut it as a thief. Can select cantrips or spells already learned from other classes. Display all known spells from other classes during level up. Display Warlock pact slots on spell selection instead of character panel. Let's see, allow beardless dwarves. This is all dealing here with creation of the characters. Unlock NPC faces, so you have more facial choices. Allow sorcerer without origin markings and tats. Allow sorcerer origin markings and tats for all characters. Unlock glowing colors for all markings and tats. All of these come with the little red dot here, meaning it's disabled, and you have to go through and manually enable what you want. Add new bright eye colors, unlock eye styles, unlock skin colors. All of that is under character general. Now we go to races and classes under character. And I just made it easy. I said select all. Boom. All these are races are available. All the classes are available. Feats, styles, and invocations, the same thing. Select all. Spells. Oh, looky there. He did it again. Select all. Gameplay. Rules. Fix sorcerer twin meta magic. Reduce the weight of food rations to 2 pounds. Use official advantage-disadvantage rules. Add the bleeding condition to the ones removed by greater and lesser restoration. Blinded condition does not allow attacks of opportunity. Why should it? That to me just makes perfect sense. If you blind your opponent and then move, that opponent that's blinded should not be able to attack you because you moved. Change Sleet Storm to use a cube instead of a cylinder. Everything else uses a cube, so do that too. Use a height of 1 effect when casting Black Tentacles, Entangle, Grease, or Spike Growth. In other words, those should not be deep 3-dimensional castings. Set Deadeye and Power Attack base modifier value 3. I think that's the word it defaults to. Allow stacked material components. Allow any class to wear Sylvan armor or Lightbringer clothes. Make all magic staves arcane foci except for the Staff of Healing. And I increased the sense normal vision. I went with their suggested 40 to avoid enemies joining from too far away. Long range attacks. Make normal vision visible for 40. Item crafting and merchants. Add custom icons to the official game items. Add new weapons and recipes to shops. Add them to the Dungeon Maker. Add pickpocketable loot. Allow arcane shield staff to be attuned by any class. Show crafting recipe and detailed tool tips. Now here's where you can change recipe costs, casting times, or crafting times rather. Belt of Dwarven Kind, beard appearing chances, 50%. You put a belt of Dwarven Kind on a female elf, and there's a 50% chance she's going to grow a beard. That's what the belt of Dwarven Kind does. Empress garb appearance. I've chosen Sylvan armor, so it will look like Sylvan armor. Crafting, merchants. I said all of these. Scale merchant prices. Stock Gorham store with non-magical clothing. Stock Gorham store with all non-magical musical instruments. Stock Hugo's store with arcane staff, druid neck, staff, and club set as foci. Add new items to the Dungeon Maker. Restock the Antiquarians, Arcaneum, Circle of Danatar, and the Tower of Knowledge. After you buy stuff from them, they get restocked. Tools. Enable the respec after rest action. Override the required minimum max levels when starting new adventures. You'll understand why I'm doing that momentarily. Multiply the experience. I'm leaving that at 100. Override party size. We're going to go to 6. Going to go to 6. Now this is important. This is why this is in right here. Override required minimum maximum. It's hard-coded in the game when you start the game with 4 characters. After you go to the council and then you go to the inn, you stay overnight. You're granted 300 experience points. Or maybe it's 1,200 or whatever it is. It's just enough to make all 4 of them go up 1 level. When I did this with 5 characters, they all got 299 experience points. Not a one of them went to 2nd level. You cannot advance in the game without being 2nd level. So you either increase the XP percentage award, or you override the min-max levels when starting. Reason for that is when you create the character, you can level them up in character creation to level 2. But level 2 by default cannot start the campaign, only level 1. So this lets you create a level 1 character, level them up in character creation to level 2, start the campaign with 6 characters, level 2. Then they can proceed past the first night in the inn. The rest of these I left alone on that one. Now we go to interface, game UI. Enable Control-Shift-R to rejoin the party. When I first did this with 5 characters and I leveled to level 2 and I went into the game, everything was working, I was all happy. I got to Caer Cyflen. Those of you who have played the game will understand. When you go to talk to the survivors, Your 5 people are in the little blue transition box. And you get the change screen, the loading screen, and boom, only 4 of them go inside. The other one is stuck outside the door. And that doesn't work very well. I didn't turn my light on. There we go. And I thought, okay, well, maybe when we go through the secret tunnel into the cavern there, they'll rejoin us there. Nope, they didn't rejoin us. They were still outside the door in Caer Cyflen. So I had to abort that. This is the workaround for that. So if that happens again, where there's 1 or 2 people left outside the door, Control-Shift-R will bring them into with the rest of the party. Disable auto-equip of items in inventory. So when they pick up a ring, they won't just put it on. Enable inventory filtering and sorting. Sortering? What the hell is sortering? Sorting. Taint in red any item the hero isn't proficient with. This way you can readily identify in your inventory what they can and can't use. Dungeon Maker. Enable asset sorting on Dungeon Maker Editor. Enable Control Click to bypass any check when placing gadgets. Allow monsters to be selected on NPC gadgets. Unlock monster selection and enable Dungeon Maker Pro. Translations I didn't bother with. Encounters I didn't change anything with. And then credits and diagnostic. So those are the changes to our game. Now we're going to go into game settings. Because there will be 6 of us, monsters will be a little easier to kill, right? So we gotta address those kinds of things. We're going to go scavenger mode and we're going to go custom difficulty. Damage the party takes. I'm increasing the party size by 50% from 4 to 6. So we're going to take 125% normal damage. If they hit us for 8, we're going to get hit for 10. Enemy health multiplier 167%. I'm not going to modify our saving throws, our attack rolls, or our ability checks, but we are going to modify enemy saving throws, enemy attack throws, and enemy ability checks. Max health on level up. Rather than save scum and just keep re-rolling and re-rolling and re-rolling until I get an acceptable number on level up for their hit points, max hit points on level up. Encumbrance rules. We're going to use the official Solasta variant, which is to say you can carry a maximum of 15 times your weight, your strength. However, you will be encumbered carrying above 5 times your strength. You will be heavily encumbered carrying above 10 times your strength. Alternative to that, you can take tabletop. You can carry up to 15 times your strength, period. Or you can go simplified. You can carry 150 times your strength. Hoorah! Personally, I kind of like playing this one. Just simplifies the whole inventory control issues. However, it totally negates the value of the scavengers. So we're going to use the Solasta variant in order for the scavengers to have a purpose. Spell components. You can disable somatic. This way your cleric can have a shield in one hand, a mace in the other one, and still cast a spell. I'm not doing that. Full component requirements. Material basics. Spells with material component requires spell focus or component pouch. Full, not only does it require those, but it requires a specific component within the couch. Okay, random. I still see sometimes on the Steam forum somebody will come in, the dice are loaded against me, the game's cheating, wah. No, it's not. Okay, let me say that again so it's perfectly clear. No, it is not. You're throwing 3 1s in a row is perfectly doable in a random scenario. How do you think you throw a 3 on 3 dice 6? You roll 3 1s. If you don't like that, then hit karmic dice right here. The karmic dice, every time you have a crappy dice roll, helps a little bit with the next one. That cheats in your favor. Okay, reroll exploration checks. By default in Solasta, if your 3rd level thief fails to pick a lock, they can't come back to that lock at 10th level and try again. Unfortunately, there is no option here to say re-roll it after leveling. When I DM tabletop, that's what I did. If your 3rd level thief failed to pick a lock, once you gained 4th level, became more proficient, you could come back and try that lock again. Re-roll exploration checks, they fail it. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what that does. And that's those options right there. So we've increased the damage we're going to take. We've increased the hit points of the bad guys. We've given them a little bump on saving throws, attack rolls, and ability checks. We didn't take a bump. And that's the modifications we're going to make to the game. Now, characters, let's see here. Yeah, I've got some that I've already created. Give me 1 second here. We're going to delete these. And we're going to go through and create our own 6-character party. Oh, there's another one. Okay, here we go. So what are we going to create? Now, I do not have all of the DLC. I did not buy the Inner Strength DLC. Tactical Adventures disappointed me hugely in what they did with the Dungeon Maker. And enough said. So I don't have every option in the Solasta repertoire. All right. My favorite race in this game is Sylvan Elf, and the reason is simple. They're the only race that moves 7. Let's see. Bowgriff does move 6. Hill Dwarfs move 5. Dwarves move 5, 6, 5, 7, 6. And movement for Dark Elf is 6. High Elf 6. Half Sylvan Elf gets 7. Half Dark Elf 6. Marsh Halfling 5. Island Halfling 5. Half Orc 6. Asmodeus 6. 6. 6. Dark Kobold 6. Draconic Kobold 6. Human 6. So Sylvan Elf and half Sylvan Elf get a movement of 7. And that makes them, in my mind's eye, the preferred. Movement is huge. It really is. Okay, we're going to start with a Paladin. Let's go back here for a minute. Edit equipment. Longsword and shield. I'm not going to do the great sword or two-handed weapon Paladin. I'm going to do the longsword and shield. 5 javelins, holy, priest pack. Yep, okay. I'm old school. I started playing D&D under Advanced Dungeons and Dragons rules 1978. No, I take that back. Probably 1980 when I first played Dungeons and Dragons. The reason I say that with a fair amount of certainty is I was stationed at Fort Ord when I started playing D&D. I didn't get to Fort Ord until November of '79, and I went on emergency leave and was gone for all of December. So I was only at Fort Ord for a couple, 2 or 3 weeks in November, and then not at all in December, back in January. So it almost had to be 1980, because in 1981 I went back to Germany again. So anyway, Einar is the lawful good god, so Paladin's lawful good, Einar. Lawkeeper just makes sense to me for a Paladin. Pragmatic lawfulness. Good, lawful good. See? Now you could take any of these other options. I mean, you could go philosopher. You could go ascetic, whatever. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. Okay, now. Creating your character in Solasta. You can just roll your heart's content. This adds up to 60, 70, 77, 79, 81 points there. Oh, look at that. 35, 49, 61, 72, 82. Oh, if it weren't for those 2 9s. Ooh, a 4, yeah. 8s, no good. Oh, 2 8s, that's really bad. Lots of 11s. Okay, you can just do this till you get numbers you want. That's one way of doing it. Or you can go up here to point by. Now, Ben, I've enabled 35 point by. I think the old one was 28. Okay, now here's the problem with this. The old school AD&D Paladin had to have a 17 charisma. You just went through 15 of your 35 points getting there. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks. That's a horrible paladin. So we're going to do this. Free edit. All right. We're going to give everybody 87 points. There's 48 right there. Okay. Because he's going to be wearing heavy armor, ultimately he's not going to get a dexterity bonus anyway. Let's see, that's 36, 48, that's 72. He only gets 15 more points, of which 9 go there. So that leaves him with 6 points. Let's see, that should add up to 87. 36, 46, 56, 66, 70, 87. There we are. Now he gets 3 points boost in any combination of stats. There we go. There's our paladin. 2 class skills: persuasion and insight. 1 background language: Draconic. Caer Fair Eagle? Felon Fair Eagle. There's our name. We'll do that. Now the hair in Solasta I really don't like. Most all of these to me look like women's hairstyles. That one's okay, I guess. Eye style. I'm gonna go with that one. Eye colors, a Sylvan Elf. Well, a little less bright of a blue, or a green rather. You got 18 strength, 20 constitution. You'd be a little stocky.
I don't like that.
Here's our paladin. Okay. Now, I'm going to level him up to level 2. We're going to come over here to protection. Now he gets a feat. Everybody gets a feat at 2nd level. You're an expert in armor. Increase your strength by 1. While you are wearing heavy armor, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage is reduced by 3. There, he takes heavy armor master. That should make his strength 19. Now we have a 2nd level paladin. Now we want a ranger. And I'm going to go with a dark elf female ranger. Drizzt sister, Sumi. We're going to do that humanoid. And we're going to say grassland. Edit equipment. Let's start with leather armor. 2 short swords, a longbow. Okay, ranger will be a wanderer. Does not get additional background personnel. Yeah. Does not get a language proficiency with wanderer. Ooh. Maybe she won't be a one. Spy? That gives her spycraft. 2 languages. Thieves' tools. Which is not a big deal because I'm going to use rogue anyway. That'll be one of the classes. However, you get the poisoner's kit, you get poison skills, and you get 2 additional languages. We're going to do that. Ranger will have been a spy. A drow elf spy. Right. Cautious pragmatism. Come over here. She gets 87 points. Well, ooh. Oh, I didn't do the free edit die. There we go. That's why it cut off at 17. What are we at? 36, 46, 50, 60, 70, 74. Leaves 13. Here we go. 36, 46, 51. 51 and 24 is 75. And 12 is 87. Then she gets 3 more points. Here we go. 3 class skills. We're going to take survival, investigation, and insight. She's a spy, remember. Okay, 2 languages. Well, 1 ancestral language. We will take Dwarvish, and then we will take Giant and Goblin. And our female ranger, Drow Elf. Tegan? Kendra. Kendra will be our ranger. Hair shape. Here we go. Eye style. Just go like that.
Looks like you did that all your life.
Here we go. Now we want to level up Kendra. And Kendra we're going to make an archer specialist. And then for when you hit enemy with a light weapon, you gain +2 armor class until the start of your next turn. Here we are. 2 weapon fighting. So she gets an archery bonus and she gets 2 weapon fighting skills. Here we are. Right, 2 class spells. We're going to take Goodberry and we're going to take Hunter's Mark. And there's our paladin and our ranger. Now we need a human fighter. Chainmail or leather and longbow. Started leather and longbow. Longsword and shield. Yep, there we go. Do that. He, our human guy, will be an artist. Persuasion, deception, performance, no. Wanderer, which means he won't get any additional languages. Ascetic. Survival, insight, herbalism. There we go. He'll be an ascetic. He will be pragmatic cynicism. Sort of chaotic good. Okay, he's going to be a fighter. And he's going to be an archer. He's going to get 1 point each. He's going to get 2 points. 36, 46, 52. And 24, 76. He gets 11 more points. 36, 46, 52, 62, 72, 87. There we go. He gets 2 points to assign here. Archery. All right. Ancestral skills. He gets nature. Class skills. He gets athletics and perception. Ancestral feats. Fighting style, great weapon fighter. 1 ancestral language. We have, I don't have Dwarvish, do I? I will have, so I'm going to take a Dwarven cleric. Halfling. And Orcish. Did I already take Orcish? Did my ranger take Orcish? I think it did. Terran. Orcish, just to make sure. I want to make sure I've got the languages covered. Alright. Human fighter. Okay. Hunter Hastings, that's a good name. Hunter Hastings. I don't like the beard. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. We'll do it. Eye color. Brown. This is the third guy, isn't it? Yep. Or no, this is the second guy.
Die!
This one's...
We have a hidden door.
That's for my dwarf.
If it doesn't kill you...
Here's the human fighter voice. Now I gotta make him second level. And now he gets Armor Master, +1 in any armor. Weapon training. Select a new weapon type to train in. already has a longbow. Oh, gains +1 to hit and damage from. There we go. So we have a paladin, a ranger, and a fighter. Now we need a dwarven cleric. There it is. We'll do a rune and a sun cleric. He will be an acolyte. Cautious lawfulness. No. Altruistic lawfulness. There we go. And we come over to here, free edit. There we go. Now he's a cleric, so he'll be wearing heavy armor. 30, 44, 54, 62, 72, 78. So I have 9 more points. Boosts on any scores, 3 boosts on any scores. So we go twice to Constitution, and we go, he is a cleric, once to Charisma. He takes Persuasion, Medicine. Now we have Dwarvish, Halfling, Spirit of the Dying to me is just a mandatory cantrip. Sacred Flame. Create a brilliant flash of shimmering light, damaging all enemies around you with a range of 1. But that is kind of neat, just a bright. Yeah, we're gonna do that. He's a sun cleric after all. Fluffy. Kolgar is a dwarven name. Kolgar Stronghammer. Alright, there you go. That's a dwarven name. Okay, we'll do that face. Yeah, we'll do that hair and beard, that's fine. Voice number 2 for the dwarf.
I'm getting the measure of this.
Here's our dwarven cleric. Now we have to make him 2nd level. Here's a cleric. And we say here, spell combat, flawless concentration. And there's our cleric dwarf. Now that's 4 characters, right? Paladin, ranger, fighter, cleric. So we need a rogue and a wizard. We need a rogue. Do I want an aristocratic rogue? How about an artistic rogue? Persuasion, deception, and performance. I want a low-life rogue. Yeah, we'll do low-life rogue. Cautious greed. She's a thief after all. Come on. Now where are we? There's 30, 46, 56, 58, 68, 70, 84. I have 3 more points. There's our rogue. Now we get 3 boost points. 2 in Dex, 1 in Charisma. Alright, she takes Athletics, Persuasion, Perception, and Investigation. Now I have 2 class expertise. Stealth. Do I want her to be pickpocketing stuff? I'm not going to pickpocket anyway, so I'm not going to do sleight of hand. Perception. She's a marsh halfling. Sable Wetfoot. Actually, that looks just fine. And this is our second female.
Don't let me down!
Voice 2. Now we find Sable and make her a 2nd level. She gets a feat. Arcane Appraiser. Magic items are automatically identified when put in your inventory. You know what? As a thief, that would be a neat ability to have, wouldn't it? It's not the most functional in a combat game like Solasta, but for a thief, role-playing purposes, that would be a great feat to have. Okay, now we need a wizard. Or a spellcaster, and I'm going to do a wizard. Academic wizard. And she will be pragmatic lawful. Where are we at? Here's 30, 44, 54, 62, 74, 86. 1 more point somewhere. And she gets 3 boosts. Here we go. Highly dexterous, which is going to help with her armor class. She gets investigation and history. Comes down here, gets Terran, gets Old Tirmarian, and I've got all these languages covered now. I don't have Gnome, and I don't have Infernal, and I don't have Druidic, but otherwise I've got everything covered. We'll go Dwarvish. What the heck? All right, Ancestral Cantrip. She gets 1. Dancing Lights. 3 class cantrips, Chill Touch, Sparkle, and Ray of Frost. Class spells, okay, automatically take Detect Magic and Identify. Where you at? There you are. And we take Shield, and we take Jump, and we take Featherfall, and that leaves us with 1, which is Magic Missile. Phoebe Cates. Oh, no, I just showed my age, didn't I? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Fast Mind, okay. Phoebe Fast Mind. She's our wizardess. You want to change the hair? No. Yeah, we'll do that here. Do I want to leave that hair color? There we go. Alright, now. Tactical Adventures says, this is a unisex voice.
Hold firm. You've endured worse.
That's a guy's voice.
I am in your debt, my friend. Heave now, all your strength. The fight is not yet over. Oh, bad luck. You can do it.
I know they say that's a unisex voice. I'm sorry, that's a guy's voice.
A crude trap. Let there be light.
A telling blow. Victory is mine. We won't be fooled so easily.
We're going to have 2 gals with voice 1. That's just the way it is. And now we make Phoebe a 2nd level. Shock Arcanist. And let's see here. Warcaster. Two class spells. We will take Mage Armor and Burning Hands. And there we have New Adventure. Change campaign, we are going to do Crown of the Magister. We are going to skip the intro. And here we go. We want our Paladin. Where's our Paladin? There he is. We want our Ranger. Here's our Rogue. Here's our Ranger. We want our Human Fighter. We want our Dwarven Cleric. We want our Rogue. Sable Wetfoot. And we want our Wizard, Phoebe Fastmind. Here we are. There's our party. We are about to begin. I will suspend the recording while the loading screen goes on, and I will see you very shortly. Alright. Press any key to start. Here we go. Press the key. So here we are. We have not yet been through the city at all, so I don't think we've got a fast map that we can use, do we? No, I didn't think so.
This place is magnificent.
Oh, it's not all that. Here there are 6 of us. Shades of Baldur's Gate. Now, those of you who have seen me before know that for whatever reason, and I don't know why, but this is what I do, I put all the crafting components on my wizardress, or my wizard. They go on the, that's where they go. I don't know why. Because, that's why. Same reason Mom and Dad gave us for telling us why we had to do things. Because. Because why? Because I'm taller than you and I said to. Here we go.
Look at the size.
And I'm going to hurry us through this part. If you haven't played Solasta at all before, I apologize. I'm going to just fast forward through all this stuff.
You definitely just
Let's focus
Well,
on
that's
mission.
small entities and lead count.
We're good to go. Okay. Yes, I skipped a whole bunch of dialogue there. So sue me. Okay, now we can go to the map. Whoop, M for map. Gee, who'd have thought an M would do the map? And we come down here to talk to, not to Headland, we come down to here. Yes, move us quickly to there. Now we talk to Carol Martell.
Hello, what can I...
A room.
We'd like to swear.
Alright, prepare spells. Ooh. See, game wasn't set up for 6. Prepare spells on our paladin. We have Searing Smite, yes, Shield of Faith, Cure Wounds, and Bless. On our cleric. Look at all these smites. Wrathful Smite. Your next hit causes additional psychic damage, and your target's mind explodes in pain. I'm going to do away with that one and do healing word. Thunderous Smite. Next hit causes additional thunder damage that is audible within 300 feet of you. Searing Smite. Your next hit causes additional fire damage, and your target ignites in flame. We're going to do Thunderous Smite. Next hit causes additional piercing damage, and your target is ensnared by vines. Guiding bolt. Where do I want radiant motes? 4 targets. Yeah, I'm going to do radiant motes. Okay, and then the wizardress. Detect magic and identify will be cast via rituals, so she will take each of her other spells. Okay, now, see there's only 4 there? Shift Control R, was it? Boom, there they are. Now we have all 6 of us. And what we have to do now is go buy food for the journey. You see, we're 2nd levels now. In the vanilla game, you would, on that long rest, you would become 2nd level. But we started out at 2nd level because with 6 characters, you don't get enough experience points to make 2nd level. Get everybody down here to where Gorham Ironsfoot is. Iron Soot. Pause. And go into our inventories. Why are we doing this? Because we have to do our crafting stuff. Scroll of Cure Wounds. We're going to learn that. Oops, close. There we go. Manual of Basic Poison. We're going to learn that. Up. These tools. Okay, these are crafting ingredients, and they go to here. Scroll of Cure Wounds. We already have scroll, right? Yes. So that we can sell. That's a crafting ingredient, and that's a crafting ingredient. Manual of Basic Poison. We already have Basic Poison, right? So we can sell that one. Scroll of Magic Missile, we need to learn that. And Potion of Healing, we need to learn that. Okay, now we come into here.
Welcome to Gardens Import.
Let's go through all that. Can we see your wares? Okay, we're going to sell stuff that I don't like. I don't like candles. I don't like javelins. Lawkeeper's badge. What do we get for that? Yeah, we'll do that. Revivify, we'll do that. He has no bow. Longbow, now he does. We gotta buy 4 foods. Yep, okay. She's not selling anything. He's not selling anything. There's that. I don't think she can use a longbow. Is a halfling. Sable is not proficient with this item and cannot equip it. That's what I thought. And my wizardress. Sell those. Buy that. And buy that. Here we go. Now we come over here to inventories. Make sure everybody's got a missile weapon ready. Here we go. Now everybody's got a missile weapon. Okay, now we need to come over here. Oh. First we gotta go through this rigmarole. Scavengers.
Scavengers.
Oops, wrong one. Here we go. Let's come into here.
Hello.
See your wares. Let's get to the one who's going to be carrying the crafting ingredient. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's take a look at something here because I don't know offhand what I need for this. I need scarn powder. That's what I thought. It wasn't abyss moss. I don't know that he has scarn powder. Oh, there's scarn powder, but we can't buy it. Your status with the Principality is sympathy. You need alliance to buy Skarn powder. So that's what I need for the poison. Okay. So I can't buy that ingredient. Alright, now, why did I want all those ingredients? Well, because, come into crafting here. He is going, not proficient, he's a paladin. What do you mean he's not proficient? I screwed up on his backgrounds, apparently. I don't have Skarn powder for her to do that. He will start on a potion of healing. He will start on a scroll of cure wounds. She will start on a scroll of magic missile. They will come down to here.
You do?
See you later.
Thanks, Father. Get out of that. The more I shall.
Now we just got a full explanation of what the scavengers do. Now we do some little pilfering here. Loot, there's nothing in this one. This one is a community chest. This is our storage chest. This is where we can put stuff that we don't want to lug around. Oh, passed on the first roll. Now you're ready to head out to Caer Cyflen. And I am going to save the game here. Departing Caer Cyflen. And I'm going to wrap this episode up right here. We're about an hour into it, plus or minus just a few minutes. If you would, click that like button, hit subscribe. That helps the algorithm with YouTube to maybe get the video seen by more people. Spread the word. Share it with your friends. Maybe some more folks will join the channel, join the communication, chit-chat a little bit. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Take care of yourselves, my friends. Stay safe, have fun. I do appreciate that you take time out of your day to watch this. I truly do thank you for that. Until we see each other again, stay the hell off my lawn. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.